Hello everyone, welcome back to another brilliant endgame study, and in this position, white is up in exchange and is about to move. And usually in these positions where it's bishop and bishop versus bishop and rook, the position is a theoretical draw, but not in this position, since white can play the brilliant move bishop to h2 check. And here black has only three ways of dealing with this check. It's either to move the king to c8, b7, or block with the bishop, which is a really dumb idea since the white bishop can just take it in one move. So here black plays king to b7, and now white can play the move rook to f4, and this threatens two things. First, it threatens the bishop on f1, but it also threatens the fork on f7, which wins a bishop. So here, black plays the best move, bishop to h3 check. And it might seem like the best thing for white to do is to play something like king to d6 to preserve the threat of the fork. But actually this move is losing, and it's pretty hard to explain why, but it's a theoretical loss. So here white plays king to f7. This attacks the bishop. And it might seem like this move doesn't do a lot, but it's actually why this puzzle, in my opinion, is one of the most beautiful in-game studies ever, since this bishop is actually trapped, and I'll show you the reason why. If the bishop goes to h8, then white can win one of the bishops with rook to h4, and like before, if it's two bishops versus a rook and a bishop, the position is usually a draw, but when it's a rook and a bishop versus a bishop, then it's definitely a win. And here, one of black's bishops will be lost, and the position is just winning. And bishop to f6 gets taken by the king, while bishop to e5 allows the check rook to b4, and this wins the bishop, no matter where the king goes. And bishop to d4 allows the rook to capture, while bishop to c3 loses to another one of these forks, like what happened when the bishop was on h8, got forked on h4. And bishop to b2 allows the rook to b4 fork. So the best thing for black to do is to play bishop to a1. And it might seem like white is out of good moves, but no, because white can play the amazing move rook to a4, and this time the bishop is truly trapped. And as you can see here, bishop to b2 once again allows the fork of the rook. Bishop to c3 allows the rook to skewer one of the bishops and win one of them at least. And bishop to d4 allows the rook to capture. E5 also allows the capture. F6 or g7 both allows the king to capture. And finally, bishop to h8 loses once again to the fork rook to h4. So let's say that black did not play king to b7, and instead black played king to c8. If black goes king to c8 on the next move, then white can play rook to b4, threatening rook to b8, which is actually mate. So after bishop to h3, white must play king to e7 in order to maintain a decent advantage. And here the only way for black to survive for a time longer is to play bishop to f6 or to f8. And if he doesn't do that, then he'll get mated, and there's really no way to prevent it. So after a sacrifice like this, white is clearly winning in this position, and only if white makes like a really bad blunder, let's just do a few example moves, and only if white makes like a really bad blunder, like something like this, it's the only way that he's gonna lose. Otherwise, in this position, it's just completely winning for white. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And also, please subscribe and share with your friends. And I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.